Hey crochet friends, I'm Tiffany and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to crochet this rose. It's a very simple pattern, so grab whatever color you would like your rose to be. Just make sure it's a medium weight size 4 yarn. I'm going to use my I 5.25 millimeter hook. Grab a pair of scissors, grab your sewing needle or darning needle, and we will get started. Okay, so to begin we're going to start with the slip knot. So if you already know how to make one or prefer to make one a certain way, just go ahead and do it. So curve your yarn like this, and you're going to pinch the bottom with your thumb and pointer, and you're going to pinch the top with your middle and ring finger. You're going to make a heart with your thumb and pointer of your other hand. You're going to go underneath and out the top. Just turn your right hand facing down so that there's an X. Turn both your hands together. Grab this yarn, hold on to that, and then start pulling your hands apart, and that yarn will fall off and it will start turning into your slip knot. Grab your crochet hook and go through the loop and then push your slip knot towards your hook, or you can grab on these two, pull them apart, and then we'll also take your slip knot up to your hook. Just make sure it's not too snug. Hold your yarn however you would like and hold your crochet hook however you would like. So this is how I hold both. Okay, so we're going to start by chaining 40. So if you don't know how to chain, you take your crochet hook counterclockwise, go in front of that working yarn, go around the back, and you're going to take that loop and go through the next loop on your hook. So down through that space. And then you're going to do that 39 more times. So go counterclockwise, around the back, and then take that loop through the next loop on your hook. Okay, after you have your 40 chains, so don't count what's on your hook, you're going to start counting 4 chains. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you're going to go into that 4th chain and do a double crochet. So go counterclockwise, wrap the yarn around your hook before going into that 4th chain, and we're just going to go in under the top loop. It makes it a little bit easier. So go in the loop, you're going to go around the back, grab that yarn, and you're going to pull through just the first loop. So you have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to wrap the yarn around, pull that yarn just through the first 2 loops, and then you're going to wrap the yarn around again, and you're going to go through the last 2 loops. So that's how you do a double crochet. Now we're going to chain 1. So go counterclockwise, wrap the yarn around, go through the loop that's on your hook, and we're going to do a double crochet in the same chain. So wrap the yarn first, go back into that chain that you were working in, wrap that yarn around, pull it through just the first loop. So you have your 3 loops. Wrap the yarn around, go through just the first 2, and then wrap the yarn around and go through the last 2. So you're going to be doing V-stitches. So it doesn't look like it right now because it's so close to the edge, but a double crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet is a V-stitch. Now you're going to skip 2 chains and go into the next with your V-stitch. So wrap the yarn first, then go under the top loop, wrap the yarn around, go through just the first loop, wrap the yarn around, go through the first 2 loops, and then wrap the yarn around and go through the last 2. Then you're going to chain 1 and do another double crochet in the same chain. So wrap that yarn first, go into the chain, wrap that yarn, pull through just the first loop, wrap the yarn around, pull through the first 2 loops, and then wrap the yarn around and pull through the next 2. So it's a little bit easier to see that one. It's going to look like a V. And you're just going to repeat that all the way down so you have 3 chains left. Okay, so I am at the end where I have 3 chains left. So you're going to skip 2 chains, and in your last chain, you're just going to do 1 double crochet. So you're not going to do a V-stitch, just 1 double crochet in that last chain. So that it kind of matches the beginning where you had chains that you skipped over to go into that 4th chain from the hook. It's going to look like a double crochet and then your V-stitch. So if you count all of these V-stitches, like all of the V's, you should have 12 with 1 double crochet on either end. So for row 2, you're going to chain 1 and then turn your work, and you're going to look for your V-stitch. So not this space, the next space. So look for your V, and you're going to go inside the big space. So you're not working in the top of the chains or anything, just go right in the middle of your V. And we are going to do 6 double crochets. So wrap the yarn around, go inside the V, wrap the yarn around, pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around, pull through the first 2, wrap the yarn around, pull through the next 2. And that's all you're going to do. So do that 5 more times in the same exact space. So you have 6 total double crochets in the middle of that V-stitch. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 more. 6. Now you're going to go into the next space. So it's going to be the space between the V's. Down here, you're going to do a single crochet. So go into the space first, go behind the yarn, pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around, and pull through both of the loops that are on your hook. It kind of just pulls it down to make it that petal shape. So now we're going to repeat that all the way down. You're going to do 6 double crochets in the next V-stitch, 1 single crochet in the next space, 6 double crochets in the next V-stitch, 1 single crochet in the next space, and just do that all the way down. So let's find the next V-stitch. It's right here. Go in the middle, do 6 double crochets. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 more. 6, all in the V-stitch. Now go into that next space, do your single crochet. So if you need help with that again, go down into the space first, go behind the yarn, pull up a loop, and then wrap the yarn around and go through both of the loops. So now you have 2 petals, and just repeat that. So in your next V-stitch, you're going to do your 6 double crochets. So pause the video, work all the way down, and stop when you've done your last petal. So this is a V-stitch, and there's going to be that double crochet on the end. So stop after this petal, and I'll show you the next step. Okay, so after your last petal, you're going to go next to your V-stitch and that last double crochet. So there's a space between them. That's where you're going to go in and do your single crochet. So go into the space, grab the yarn, pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around, and pull through both of those loops so that it pulls your petal down. Now pull on your yarn. You need enough to weave in the bottom of your rows. So just make sure that you have a good amount, and then pull through and put that end on your darning needle. It'll make it a lot easier to have that ready. Now lay your work flat, make sure it's not twisted, and go to the other end. So you're going to take your first petal and fold it on itself. And I like to lay my tail at the bottom of my work while I roll it. So just start rolling, and you're keeping the tail along your work. You're just rolling the beginning chain. Keeping that beginner tail along, and just keep rolling this up till you're all the way at the end. So you can do it sideways. There we go. And this is why it's very helpful to already have this ready so that you don't even have to put this down. So now just start weaving. So this is where my end is at. I'm going to start right here and just go underneath all of this. So all the way across. And you're just going to start going back and forth in different areas all the way around. You just want to make sure it's all connected. Go low enough, so maybe like this far down into the rows, so that you make sure you're getting every bit of those petals. So about like that. And you can do this for as many times as you would like. You just want to make sure all of them are secure. So you can flip this over now, and you can pull on any of your petals and see if any of them aren't connected with that seam. They look like they're all connected to me. So I can just keep going just for security, but as many times as you would like. And then whenever you're satisfied with however many passes you've made, then just weave in your tail. So that was just to sew the petals down, but now you actually should weave in so that your tail doesn't come undone. So wherever you would like, just go back and forth in different directions. And this is all on the bottom, so no one's going to see it. Cut your tail. And you have yourself your very own rose. How easy is that? So hopefully this pattern was really easy to follow and you can whip these up in no time. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe and all those good things. It really helps me out. And have fun crocheting your roses. Bye, crochet friends.